What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today we have a lot of news to talk about. Everything dropped all at once. I got Xenoverse 2 news for the upcoming expansion, finally. We have FighterZ news, and we have Dokkan news. Now, obviously, you guys might not care about everything, so just feel free to watch the specific news that caters to you, and I guess you can just leave the video. But before you do that, make sure you leave a like and a comment, because this is big stuff. So without further ado, let's jump into the Dragon Ball FighterZ first. So we have 3 character reveals, one of which is actually brand new, like literally brand new. We have Yamcha and Tien, which I'm actually excited about. This is the first time I'm actually been excited about Yamcha because I feel like with how they've done the characters so far in FighterZ, Yamcha might actually be really a lot of fun, and he's got the Spirit Ball. I told you, like, the Spirit Ball I feel like would have been a really cool attack to see, depending on how it's utilized in this game, and it's there. We have 2 screenshots. It seems we got Wolfang Fist, and we got the Spirit Ball, and then that's about it. And then we have Tien, of course, and Tien's interesting. Tien actually fights with Chaozu, similar to how Android 18 fights with 17. Although it's probably a lot more on the support side than 17 is, because 17 kind of pops in on certain super attacks. I feel like Tien and Chaozu is going to be a little bit more limited, but then again, I can't really tell because all I have is like literally like 3 screenshots. We got the Neo Tri-Beam, we got the classic Volleyball Fist, which I feel like you always have to have with Tien, and finally we got the Chaozu support move, which froze Goku in place. If you remember, that's from Dragon Ball. So it's cool to see that Chaozu is being incorporated in that manner. Again, I don't think it's going to be more on the physical side like how 17 was with 18, but his attacks will be probably more about, you know, using his psychic abilities to hold your opponent in place so you can get certain attacks off. So that's going to be a really fun character. Again, what I really like about Dragon Ball FighterZ is they're making the characters all really fun. I'll tell you right now, in the past games, it was cool to get, you know, the lesser important characters, but it wasn't really that much fun playing as them. But like with this game, even playing as Krillin in the recent build from Gamescom, it's been a lot of fun to use those characters. So like it's cool to see that every single character in this game actually matters and is unique in their own way, which makes them desirable to play. So this is what I love about FighterZ characters the most. Now, speaking of characters, we have a brand new mystery character, Android 21. There's 0 information about her. All we see are story mode screenshots, which reveals her with Android 16 the entire time. So that's all we know, that she's going to be vital to the story. Since, you know, this is going to be very much a Android-based story, I feel like Android 21 is going to be super vital to it, and it's going to be all about her in a specific way. I don't know exactly how and what terms, because it doesn't really say. Plus, I don't have the translations yet. By the way, if you want to see these scans for yourself, I will link the Shonen Games article in the description below. Much love to them. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't know any specific details about her. There's no stats, nothing. But I assume she'll be playable. I mean, we don't know yet. It's all assumptions at this point. I believe TGS is coming up next, and they're probably going to focus a lot more on the story mode then, so maybe we'll get more information as far as trailers and all that stuff about that. But it's cool to see that they're adding a brand new character. That kind of threw me off. It's like we're over here waiting for older characters to be revealed as part of the playable roster, and here we are getting a brand new one, which is like, okay, let's see what you got, guys. So the question is I wonder how they're going to incorporate her written into the story, because obviously Dr. Zoro was dead, and we know he left this machine to create Cell, essentially. It's like in this part of the universe, in the Dragon Ball world, did he do something similar where he just kind of made it so she's being created over time, similar to how Cell was, or what? I mean, I'm asking questions I can't answer, so I don't even know why I'm doing that. But the point is, we have a brand new character, and she looks really freaking cool. So yeah, now here's the question: Android 21 or Android 18? Who you got? Who you like better? Just because, you know, they're both female androids. Which one do you like better? Let me know in the comment section below. I guess it's kind of unfair to ask that because we experienced Android 18 a lot more, but you can't deny that Android 21 is not cute. Look at her. Look at her. Anyway, so yeah, that's all the Dragon Ball FighterZ news. Let's move on to Xenoverse 2 now. Now, wait a minute. Before I continue about Xenoverse 2, I need you guys to stop for a second and like the video, because the hype is about to explode beyond Super Saiyan. Beyond Super Saiyan God. We have Dabura and Buuhan, which we already kind of knew about. The character codes were kind of revealed a while ago after DLC 4 was released, and we kind of expected it. But now we have official confirmation, because for all we know, those character codes could have been other characters, although it would have been really unlikely, but you get the point. We have Dabura and Buuhan for sure, and now we have a little bit of a look at what these characters can do. In the top left corner, and by the way, sorry for the lesser quality screenshots. This is all they had on the internet at the time. But in the top left corner, you see Buuhan with the Super Ghost Kamikazes. Now remember, initially, a long time ago, I mentioned how cool it would be if they did add Buuhan into the Xenoverse world and then give him the Super Ghost Kamikaze Kamehameha attack. So I wonder, is this going to be a Super Ghost Kamikaze attack, or is it going to be the Kamehameha? Because there's a lot of options. I mean, think about it. Having the ghost pop out and fly around and fire Kamehamehas would be really freaking dope. Again, it's really tough to tell because all we have is one screenshot. But getting Buuhan is something that's so special, because this is a character that a lot of us have wanted for so long, and with how much Dims has been focusing on the newer characters, to go back to the old ones and give us someone like Dabura and Buuhan is really, really cool. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would trade Dabura for Baby easily, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna complain because Dabura looks really, really cool. Because in the bottom right screenshot that he has, you can see he has a spit, the one that turns into stone. So the question is how is that going to work? Because I love that move, but the question is with how Xenoverse is set up, sometimes certain moves can be really, really overpowered and crazy. So the question is how is that actually going to function? And until we have actual screenshots, not screenshots, but trailers and footage of it, it's kind of up in the air. But it does interest me and make me want to play as Dabura more. On top of that, he has a sword. Every character that has swords are automatically a lot more fun to play with. So I'm kind of hyped for it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of excited for Dabura. But then again, until I actually play as the character, I don't really know. Because for all you know, Dabura might end up not being fun at all. So it's up in the air, okay? The other thing to talk about is we're finally getting the Zamasu mentor moves, which we all thought was supposed to come out on DLC 4, and I guess for whatever reason they kind of delayed it. You can see the custom created character in the bottom of the screenshots using the moves that Zamasu does, so we're finally getting that as well. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't seem to say the release date on here, and if they do end up revealing at some point in the near future, I'll make another video to let you guys know. But this is going to be part of the expansion that we talked about that's coming out at some point in the next couple weeks, I want to say, a couple months. I'm not really sure when they're planning on releasing it. The Switch version comes out at the end of the month, and I'm going to assume that maybe we'll get it like no later than October, November. But again, that's a pure guess. I have no idea. And also, there's word on the streets that there might be more. So I don't know if this is all of the expansion, or if they're going to have multiple expansions, and what the word is, but like there's going to be a lot of exciting content being added into the Xenoverse 2 expansion. By the way, before you freak out, there's going to be an expansion for the Xbox One and PC and PS4 as well. This is just being advertised for the Switch right now because it's coming out on the Switch. But when they drop the actual DLC, it's going to be available on all platforms. So don't panic. Don't panic. And finally, we have Golden FRIEZA Pop, the dead version, coming to Dokkan Battle at some point in the next couple weeks. Now, here's the good news. He has a farmable super attack, and if my speculations are correctly, because I can't read Japanese, so I'm just kind of theorizing based on how the article is set up, the Golden FRIEZA on the bottom right, the strength one, is actually a farmable one, similar to what we saw with Goku Black and Buuhan in the past. So they're finally bringing that back. In the past, they've done semi-farmable characters like, for example, the SR Ultimate Gohan, which you have to pull first and then awaken, and then feed into the main Gohan for a chance of 50%. They've been doing that, but now it seems that they're bringing back the old farmable setup like we saw with, like I said, Goku Black and Buuhan in the past, where if you get the drops, which I'm sure the drops are going to be atrocious, but if you farm that quest and get that drop, you can feed it into the main one. And the main one seems to be an intelligence one based on the purple behind his name. Again, I'm not really sure. I don't know if they're just trying to trick me. Again, I don't speak Japanese, but if there's anything I get wrong on here, I'll just make another video to correct myself, so just keep an eye out for that. But he is coming to the game, and I assume he's going to be a category lead, similar to what we saw with the last couple releases. The question is what category lead? I assume it's got to be tournament of power related, so basically maybe Ultimate Gohan, your variations of Goku, Vegeta, not Majin Buu, because I guess he got dropped out, but Tien, yada yada yada, Piccolo. It's probably going to be a tournament of power category lead, which I feel like is going to be really freaking fun. But again, it's all up in the air. I don't really know. There's very little details about it. It might be written on the scan right now, and I just can't read it because, like I said, I don't speak Japanese. But he's coming. All you gotta know is Golden FRIEZA, the dead version, is coming to Dokkan, and he's going to have a farmable super. And I guess that's the most important part of this news bit. So again, just to recap, Dragon Ball FighterZ, we have 3 brand new characters. One is actually literally brand new, Android 21, and Tien and Yamcha. Tien fights with Chaozu, Yamcha fights like Yamcha, so expect him to die a lot. I wonder if they're going to give him fake death. They should have done that. Again, can't really speak on it because it's just screenshots. When I see actual gameplay, then we can kind of further dive into the details of it. But yeah, 3 new characters coming to FighterZ. As far as Xenoverse, the expansion is coming out in the next couple weeks, which is going to feature Dabura and Buuhan and potentially more, and as well as the Zamasu Mentor quest. And finally, Dokkan Battle is getting Golden FRIEZA, the dead version, at some point in the next couple weeks as well, and it's going to have a farmable super attack. The last question I want to kind of toss out there is because on my channel, I have a variety of viewers. I have people that care about Dokkan, Xenoverse, and FighterZ, and sometimes they don't really interlap with each other or cross. So the question I want to ask you guys is, of all the news I just talked about in this video, which one is the most important to you and why? And why do you not care about other specific parts of the news here? It's just kind of like a little curious thing that I want to see from you guys themselves. So if you only care about Dokkan, why do you not care about Xenoverse or FighterZ? Or if you only care about FighterZ, why do you not care about Dokkan or Xenoverse? Yada yada yada. Feel free to discuss that down below. I feel like this is a curious question, kind of toss out to see what you guys actually think about the other games. So feel free to discuss that down below. But other than that, if there's any other news that pops out in regards to anything, and I'm sure it's going to be with how much news dropped this morning, I'll probably make another video at some point today or the next couple of days. So just keep an eye out for that. If you're brand new here, subscribe. And don't forget, leave a like below, 10 times as hard. because there's a lot of news today, and it was all super hype. With that said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you are enjoying the beta if you got in. And like I said, if you want to reach me, just tweet me at RhymeStyle or just comment down below, and we'll take it from there. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. My name is RhymeStyle. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.